He's a comedy theorist, an award-winning musician, and he's desperately trying to hold his beautiful mind together. He's a living TikTok post that thinks that if he just does one more bad take on current events, he's finally to become famous. Will his guests keep him on track? Will he deservedly get canceled? Or will this show crash and burn as he loses control once again? Welcome to Meltdown Island.
It's me. It's Dustin. Dustin, where are you going? Just trust me.
Dustin, you slow down. Dustin.
Dustin, you're a goddamn Einstein.
Dustin's right. You're a certified genius.
I think that's a great idea, Mike.
Thank you, Dustin.
Yes, we swear. Yeah, on Dustin's mother.
Yeah, Dustin's mother. Dustin. Dustin. Dustin! 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 Can you hear me?
Dustin!
Dustin!
Dustin! I know everything that Dustin is saying sounds totally delusional.
Dustin!
Where do we find this Dustin? Dustin!
Dustin! He was scared, Dustin. Really scared.
That's all, Dustin? That's all.
Dustin, seriously? Dustin! Wake up! Dustin, your compass has gone from wonky to wonky with a capital.
And a boy, Dustin!
Nothing feels good when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad, cause everybody's going around saying that you're crazy, that you're lazy, and you're unmotivating. To the people that surround you in society, they control you in your mind with anxiety. You gotta break free from that mindset. Break free, break free. Break free to explode. Break free to expose all of those emotional vulnerability and the complexities of your mind. And together we will find that the sun keeps shining on the other side. You know the sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side of the rain cloud, of the storm clouds in your eyes, in your eyes. There's a place I know we can go and stay a while. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Welcome to Meltdown Island. To Meltdown, we can all meltdown. Yeah. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Hello?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear the music though. That's supposed to be the key to this.
I can hear the music.
You can? I can't.
I'm like that neighbor guy from.
Hey, YouTubers! Welcome to Meltdown Island. Yeah, and see, then I slowly turn it down, and it's something for us to talk over at the beginning of the show.
Wow,
I know.
that's some hardcore production value, guy.
Yeah, dude, it
Crystal.
really is. Crystal's here. We got Burt Brinkler's here with Meltdown Island.
Burt Sprinkler. Meltdown Island.
I made about 20 some NFTs of Meltdown Island. I just haven't minted them yet.
Dustin, you're a goddamn genius. You're a
Well-
goddamn Einstein.
Not genius enough to stop people from using Meltdown Island as t-shirts branding without us making any monies. So I'm not
What?
that smart.
There's a Meltdown Island t-shirt.
Not one, but two. How about that?
What?
I'll show you. It's in our Discord.
I'm smelling the flower.
You are? What's it smell like?
Smells like hummingbird.
Love is in the air. Look at that.
I can't read what it says. What does it say?
It says, welcome to Meltdown Island. We have meltdowns daily. Or, no, we survive the tantrum, one tantrum at a time. They got that color.
Okay, here we have Chris Chaik getting ready to make the world record.
The world record, we're missing it.
We're not missing it. It's a video that I accidentally put on the playlist that I have to now remove for obvious reasons. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Meltdown Island. The #1 show for keeping up with all of the... Yep. Keeping up with all the gossip from Dustin and Sean. Stop and smell the flowers. Kiss a bird. Stay a while. Meltdown Island. World record what? It's a world record of a person playing guitar on a rock guitar. Meltdown Islands.
Huh. So
that's the old Hawaii
behind
logo.
Those
ambitious kids. Like, honestly, some ambitious motherfucking kids.
Are they trying to market to your audience base?
Our people? Our islands?
Islanders?
I mean, how are they not?
True. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Alana. Welcome.
Who's here? Alana's here.
Hello.
So, hello, Alanas. So we just discovered that. That's weird.
So weird. I love these flowers, though, bud.
You too.
So festive.
Well,
I
you
adore them.
Okay. You're getting crazy about it.
Looks great.
Birds
are super cute.
Of
course, the birds have little hearts in them. That's great.
Lovebirds. Little lovebirds.
Little.
Could be even peace.
Are we the lovebirds in this scenario?
Dustin, I bought $500 of felt down Finland drip. Are you trying to tell me? Yep, I didn't receive a dime.
Not a dime.
Nary a penny even. And pennies are worthless.
But it begs the question, why have you not made Meltdown Island shirts yet, buddy? I mean, it is your 110th episode. It's our 117th episode.
And that's after we started over. There were other episodes.
When it was, I hope Dustin gets rich on YouTube, or I want Dustin to get rich on YouTube.
Get rich on YouTube.
What the flizzle?
I don't know how things work. Well, we're not even a podcast.
What are we?
Vlog.
What?
A video logging of our lives. I thought we started the Planet Ant Podcast Network, but apparently we didn't.
You did not. You did
Damn.
not.
That hurts coming from a guy who works at Planet Ant.
I do not.
Oh, you do not. Okay. All right. You don't have to.
Welcome to. But speaking of the days of our lives, though, you hear that Days of Our Lives, long-time soap opera, is being taken off of the air to run solely on the interweb.
And it begs the question, there's still air? There's still TV?
Yeah, right? Yeah, seems crazy.
Kids don't even call it TV anymore. It's called, can I watch Netflix? Or can I watch my show? My stories? Mama, can I watch my stories? I think you should make the words Meltdown Island look like they're melting off the t-shirt, on the t-shirt, if you make a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I think so too. I like it.
That's a good idea.
Like it.
I don't know that anyone is still making ant podcasts. Well, and again, Kurt Crinkler, you're bringing up another reason why we still should be a podcast, because we're the longest running. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but this engine don't quit. Bow, 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 bow. This engine don't quit. That's the day he had a heart attack.
Dustin?
That's the story of. Thank you.
Felt down Finland.
Finland. Felt down Finland. If you flew. I think, oh yeah, we did that one. What's this one say? What? I grew up on Days of Our Lives. Them days is over.
Yeah, they're over.
Now it's called Moments of Our Streams.
Yeah, they're not over. They're just living on Peacock now.
There you go. Peacock-a-doodle-doo!
Nailed it, buddy. Nailed it.
Also a silhouette of your head, but the cranium part, that like there a volcano coming from it. Thank you. I think there is that.
Crystal is what they call a visionary.
Yeah, Crystal's what they call the... Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to tell you the same thing.
I know. I know, guy. I know.
See, if I take me a screenshot of our logo, is that how you say it? Our logo?
You got the accent in the wrong syllable.
There's my head with the volcano smoke. Toot toot.
Don't mess with my toot toot.
Everybody smell my toot toot.
Justin, have you ever thought of
buddy?
have you ever thought of putting Meltdown Island on the Peacock?
I have not thought about putting Meltdown Island on the Peacock, other than I would love to be put on a Peacock. Other than it being a nomenclature that everyone feels the same feelings about wanting to ride on a Peacock. Does that make sense?
I can't decide whether or not it's offensive or inappropriate.
I don't think that it is. No, it's not. I'm not offending anybody.
As far as you know.
Meltdown Island on a Peacock. You did it, Dustin. Now put on the shirt.
You did
I see
it.
Well, my friend Rob, who I don't know if you remember such things as the Detroit Arts Portal, Sean?
Sure.
Which we're both still king and queen of. Is it? I don't know how corporate works, but we're king and queen of Detroit Arts Portal. He's zoning out. He's going back in time. This is how Sean remembers things. You're witnessing it, you guys. He doesn't blink the whole time he remembers.
Oh my God, I remember.
Oh.
Yes, that was a thing, wasn't it?
It was.
Now I remember. Good times.
And the world started melting. Oh, there we go.
Easy.
Well, Sean, let's do a little bit of Health Watch. Too much effects that you weren't ready. Health Watch. Sorry, buddy.
That's all right, buddy.
I like your reaction. Your reactions are dare I say, worth something.
They're worth nothing. Nothing I do is worth.
No, don't
nothing
you
I
do
this.
Is
worth anything.
Like the molten lava through the hourglass of time, so goes them days of our lives.
I mean, that's iconic. I mean, that's an iconic opening.
It is. I mean, purely on the poetry of it.
Yeah. How long?
Because
I think that might have been one that started on the radio, even.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Wait. What was this about here? Flirt Flinkler. Marlena being possessed by Satan was a significant part of my development into who I am today. Flirt Flinkler.
It was on broadcast. It was on CBS for 57 years.
That's a long time.
And
they got one story almost done, right? They got through almost one story.
Right.
That's the thing I started realizing. I'm like, how long are we going to be in this one? Like,
Yeah.
They're literally in the same room since they was been in for 2 weeks, and they haven't gotten through a sentence yet.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Let's talk about the sand lives of our time zones, whatever it is.
Yeah. It
Speaking
was
of sand,
crazy.
did you see that Sandman?
You would. What's that?
Speaking of sand, did you see that Sandman?
I haven't seen the Sandman. No.
I did watch BoJack Horseman. I'm in the middle of that.
That's a
'Cause I
great.
know that's
That's a
something
great
you
one.
watched.
That's a great one.
I know it's something you went through.
So, I've started
Go ahead.
getting into this. Have you heard about the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Only for like a decade or so, yes.
Okay. Because I started watching some of those the last week, and
Universal.
pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting.
What?
Good stuff.
What is pretty?
I mean, it's
You're
good.
talking about you watched some TV shows
Yeah.
that are pre-movie?
No, I watched the movies. I just watched the movies.
Because there's TV shows as well that are also interconnected.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's a big universe.
Because here's the thing that kind of frustrates me. Because I watched that, started with that Doctor Strange 2, that multiverse.
Yeah.
Into
Intro. You got entered into the
multiverse of
multiverse.
madness,
Yeah. It was a little madness.
And here's the problem: when I feel when your cinematic universe is so extensive. I mean, all of these movies that come out now, they expect you to have seen and digested all of that other material. And it's like, so I'm watching, I was like, who are these people? Who's this person? Where did she come from?
I mean, did you not read the comics growing
No.
up?
I read.
I did.
I was Casper. I like Casper and the Archies.
Oh my gosh, you're dating yourself now, bud. We didn't know you were 74.
I'm 74. I tell you though, that's Stan Lee though. He's.
So you do watch the Archie television show then?
I haven't watched the Archie. Ironically, I have not watched the Archie television show at all.
Because I have.
Riverdale, is that what you're talking about?
Riversdales. I did a duet with the 3 royalty queens from there. Did a thirst trap. Made people thirsty.
So.
Because I played Archie.
It seems like it's been in the news recently too that they're for future Avengers projects, they're going to be replacing RDJ.
I don't think that's a true thing. Who's RDJ?
Come on.
Robert Downey Jr.'s?
Ruth Downey Ginsburg. No, Ruth Downey Ginsburg. RDJ. Robert Downey Jr., yeah.
It was on NBC.
What?
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives was on. Oh, that's what I meant. You're right.
That's what I meant when I looked up facts.
And it was on it was on broadcast TV. And for some reason, but yeah, for some reason I kept saying CBS, but Peacock is NBC. So I was a brain fart. Maybe
you okay?
You know, it's maybe a crossroads of COVID fog and old stoner brain. Which
The Mummy Show.
It's a tough combination.
The Mummy Show.
It wasn't.
I mean,
NBC, sir.
I think I watched I watched that Shield. I watched that when I was on TV, when I was watching TV. But you can see how long ago that was. A decade at least.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think, you know who, and actually ties back into your opening montage.
Why not me?
One of the people that I saw, they were talking about to replace RDJ as Iron Man in the future of Avengers pieces.
Don't say it.
Is the guy from Stranger Things, the long-haired rocker guy. What was his name? Eddie. Eddie was the character.
Come on.
Eddie was the character's name.
Eddie, out of all the people on that show, I mean, I guess Seven was pretty popular from the first couple years, but Eddie, oh my gosh, maybe because he was on one season, he lived and died a bright life that he is making all the rounds, crying in front of fans, making fans swoon over him. He's got the juice right now. That's what they call it. He's got the juice. And everybody want to sip it. What's this say now? If they replace Iron Man with his daughter, that's what they're going to do. They're going to replace Iron Man with his daughter. Because guess what? Iron Man died. Spoiler
alert. Whoa! Spoiler alert.
But you don't know that?
No, actually, it was already spoiled for me by the Spider-Man No Way Home, I think.
Yeah. See, you didn't watch the movie before.
I watched them all out of order.
You gotta watch the Infinity Breakdown, bro. The Infinity Stones breakdown and
breakdown.
Oh, I watched that Red Witch one. The Witch. I watched her series. And it was good.
WandaVision?
Scarlet Witch. WandaVision. Yeah. I watched that.
Here's the thing. Just by that title, WandaVision, I thought it was like some sort of parody of like an old TV show or...
Well, they do.
But it was two characters named Wanda and Vision.
Wanda and Vision. Yep.
So I finally pieced that together.
Well, again, that's from the movies. Vision played a very, very pivotal role in number 5. Gosh, how many are there now? But the actors who got those roles were geniuses because they're like, hello, this is forever paydays. Make me an Avenger, avenging the world. I loved WandaVision. Me too, Kurt Brinkler.
That was one that we did start watching that, but I couldn't get into it. Probably because I had no idea who those people were. Just didn't
go back a couple of movies, bud. If you're really because this brings us back to Health Watch. Health Checkup Watch. So, Sean.
What?
After many, many years, you've finally become devirginized, or you've got corona.
Yeah, I lost my COVID cherry.
COVID cherry is what you call it?
The Meltdown Island does need a Meltdown Island extended universe.
I mean, we kind of do. We do. We sort of got one.
Do we, though?
I mean, you haven't opened up enough yet for there to be one, but yes.
It's a whole rabbit hole.
Health Watch.
Health Watch. So, yeah, I lost my cherry. After all of that.
All of it.
After all of that bragging about my superior genetics last week.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
I did end up succumbing to the virus. It was just it was actually a pretty short a bout with it. I've already tested negative, so it was short but sweet, and it did allow me.
You're on fire today. I mean, there's no remnants even.
Yeah, maybe COVID killed my lethargy.
Well, that's good.
I guess. Health Watch, Health Ledger. Kurt doing a good job trying to make up for Mark Mikula's absence. Whenever Mikula's not around, it always seems Kurt rises to the challenge.
Yeah, they're like Superman and Batman. It's like, come on, which one? How come we can't ever get them on the same show? Are you sure you ain't Batman, Superman?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
What was the thing I was about to ask you about?
The Health Watch. My COVID cherry.
Yeah, I slept. I slept for over a day again. I did it. And I told Crystal, I said, don't tell anybody, but we're doing a Health Watch. Health Watch.
Health Watch.
And I think that I'm going to go to Ohio and get checked out by a doctor of my mom's or something. I'm going to try to do that.
Go on.
That's about all I know. I know that she's in Ohio, and she said, come down here and get it checked out. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I mean, I'd do anything, but they've been saying no. What you got?
So there it is.
Exclusive. Robert Downey Jr. being replaced as Tony Stark by his daughter.
People seem to think it's Eddie Munson.
Dude, you're on clickbait. You're on clickbait right now. That's called clickbait.
Maybe.
No, definitely.
I find it's just so frustrating trying to get news in an environment like when I was in journalism. So when I took
Talk about it.
When I took journalism classes back in college and in high school, for that matter, it was always this notion, this that you tell the story 3 times: in the headline, in the first paragraph, and then in the rest of the story. So that if people are busy, all they have to do is look at the headline and get the gist of what the story is. But now, the headline
with fake news.
The headline is just stuff meant to draw you in, like it's trying to bait. It's trying to bait you to click on that link, and it's very.
That's what happened to Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island was supposed to be clickbait, but we found out it was anti-clickbait because everybody was like, "This is clickbait."
This is clickbait.
Our name was much like a hot girl on any video, where they show the hot girl in the video and you go, "Oh, wonder what situation she gets into." And you click on it and she's not in the video at all.
But anyway, I guess the idea is that this new Robert Downey Jr. guy would be from another universe because he is dead. He's dead.
Oh my gosh.
So that it would be a younger him from a different universe.
That's hilarious.
And to see how that's Robert Downey Jr. when he was younger, and that's Eddie Munson, actor. See, they look very similar. So it would be
one's got straight hair and one's got curly hair.
Well,
I don't think they look.
They would have to cut his hair to look like.
You remind me of the Babe. What Babe? Babe with the power. What power? Power of the voodoo. Hoodoo. You do. Do what? Remind me of the Babe.
Are they talking about the pig? Babe the pig?
I just think this is a funny line they wrote.
Did Babe talk? Was Babe a talking pig?
He talked to us through his heart, mind.
Okay. COVID cherry gone, and there's suddenly cherry burners coincidence. No way.
No way.
Yeah, news is garbage now. Thank you. See? Bert Blinker gets it.
It was a David Bowie reference.
Oh, that's big. That checks out. Because you said it was so poetic, and David Bowie was a poet.
Poet.
He was a poet.
Poet. And a chord finder. He found chords and put poetry over them to funky rhythms.
But I really dug that No Way Home, No Home for Old Men. What was that one? No
Country for Old Men?
No Way Home. The Spider-Man. No Country for Old Spider-Man?
No Way Home. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I thought it was so fun the way they brought in those other actors that played Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't know that I've seen that one.
What? Are you
because
kidding me?
No, bud.
Is it out on everything? You watch.
Is it out on? Is it out on Disney?
Where would I have gone to see it? No, actually, it's not. It's on Stars of all places.
Okay, then I accept your apology.
Because I guess it's a very complicated relationship between Spider-Man and
MCU. Because they sold Spider-Man to Sony back in the 90s or 80s.
Right.
They're like, let's get some of that money.
Well, I guess that's part of the problem too with there not being a lone Incredible Hulk movie for what's his name, Mark Ruffalo.
He don't need one. We've seen it.
You're right. We have seen it, but it doesn't mean we can't see. I mean, we don't have to see the origin story again. Like that's why I was so glad with these Tom Holland Spider-Man that they did not show us that story again. It's like, ugh. Do I really have to see Uncle Ben die again?
Well, that's the complaint about Batman is that they we're like, okay, we know his parents are dead.
Oh, so did you see that? Did you go back and watch that song that I told you about? That Kermit the Frog?
No, we listened to it on the show.
We get it.
And you were like,
his
that's it.
Parents died.
But it's true.
Yeah. So I was just glad that we didn't have to relive all those. But I guess Marvel can use Hulk as a side character in a movie, which is why they can use him in the Avengers, but they cannot produce a movie where he's the primary character. And I guess it's Universal that owns the Hulk, and they just do not play well with Marvel, I guess.
It's crazy.
It's too bad. I like that. I like that Mark Ruffalo though as the Hulk.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna say. Is Mark Ruffalo, the thing I do like about him being the guy is that he has taken Hulk to the next level.
Yeah.
Like where he's fused with the Hulk, and now he's Smart Hulk, and now he doesn't want to fight. He's Peace Hulk.
Peace Hulk. Although I did like that Ed Norton one, to be fair.
You did. I liked it. I remember always like, oh, Ed Norton's a good actor.
Yeah.
Something I always like to say, I think. Hi. Spider-Man, No Country for Old Men.
So, but anyway, after watching that Spider-Man, I decided to go back and rewatch some of the old
say it slower.
the old Marvel stuff that I had missed.
Huh.
But it gets so complicated. Like that mega multiverse of madness, right? Is that what?
Right. I'm listening.
It feels like it was a Doctor Strange movie, but it feels like it wasn't about Doctor Strange. It feels like he was actually the least effectual character there, or the least impactful character in the whole movie.
When in fact, he was very impactful.
I don't know. I just didn't find it. I just found him drowned out by all the other characters, like the Wanda and.
He was like the host. He walked us through each chapter of what was going on.
But anyway, it became the same thing in the Spider-Man too. So.
Well, I started watching a Prime video.
Go on.
Called Counterpoint.
Counter Prime?
Nope. I'm going to tell you what it's called. Because it deals with the multiverse, but it only deals with one other multiverse. So 2 universes that are connected underground in a random building in East Berlin to, hammer home the point of being walled off and separate universes living in the same world.
Yes,
right?
Sure.
It's too bad I can't see exactly what it's called. Where is it at? Dang it. I think it's called Counterpoint. Counterpoint. Because there's 2. Anyway.
I think that was a CNN show, Point Counterpoint.
No, I know. Dang it. How can I can't find my history?
History of what? What are you...
On Amazon. On Amazon. I think I'm so funny. Anyway.
Watch Counterpoint, Season 1, Prime Video. When Howard discovers that his organization safeguards the secret of a crossing into a parallel dimension, he is thrust into a shadow world of intrigue.
He is thrust.
And danger. It's got a 4.3 rating.
Well, it's very, very good.
With 693 reviews. So, it bears some weight. Like if it was 4.3 with 6
Thank you,
reviews.
Tim.
That's not.
Yeah, no, dude, it's so mind-bending because basically this guy, he creates an experiment goes wrong because he walks away. I have such a hard time with DC and Marvel because the stories kind of recycle through the same plots. I feel like the characters are getting watered down, so all that's left is trying to impress the viewers with CGI by breadcrumbing and the committed viewers with a couple of pieces of interesting information. Very well.
First of all, Hello, Anna. And second of all, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Nailed it. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Very
Well said.
succinctly put.
Succinctly.
And I concur.
Underground, invisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yep, that's totally true. Hi again, Tiff. Thank you for the update. Soups appreciates it.
Hi, Tiff.
So, it's that one guy, that old guy who plays in. Never mind. We'll never get his name.
Which
no,
guy?
we'll get his name. He plays the jazz teacher in that jazz movie that I can't remember the name of either now. So, but
I'm
he's
Googling
the guy.
jazz teacher in jazz movie.
Oh, good. You'll see him. You'll pop up.
Whiplash?
He has a very deep voice. He talks like this, like I'm in the military, kind of.
You're talking about Andrew Neiman, the ambitious drummer in Whiplash?
Nope, not the drummer. It is Whiplash, and he is the ambitious drummer. But we're talking about the more ambitious teacher looking for the next golden child of jazz.
Are you talking about
J.K. Simmons?
Bob Fosse?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons also in Spider-Man No Way Home. Interesting.
Plays J.J. Armstrong.
He plays the Daily Bugle guy.
J.J. Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is J.J. Armstrong. You're absolutely right.
You see, I can't remember some things, but then some things I know without even looking. I don't think it's Armstrong, though, but I do think it's J.J.
Yeah.
Anywho, he plays the lead guy in this this counterpoint mind bender of a show, and you get to see your other person, the other you that could have been, and that's just you could tell even in the actors when they're looking at each other as actors, you could see they're all different and made up and all that stuff, but still there's a part of them that are like, this fucked up, and it is. Thank you for your listening time.
Thank you for your listening time. So, anyway, what's going on with you, buddy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't got much. I don't know. Crypto's up. That's a good thing. That's positive. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
But I also watched an HBO show called The Anarchists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a guy started an anarchist, and he goes, the pure definition of anarchy is not what you see that's happened in Seattle or wherever whatever the anarchies has happened. It's more peaceful. It's about being not a part of a government, blah, blah, blah. And they're in Acapulco, and so it's anarchapulco. But then they run into some rough times.
Okay.
And then you go, all of them go, maybe government isn't so bad. I mean, I still hate it, and we're not going back, but it might be nice to have some sort of like non-drug cartel murders in our community.
I mean, the problem, what I've discovered at my age, what I've realized at my age is that people are always admonishing systems, like a system, communism or capitalism or socialism. Fascism. At the end of the day, or anarchy or the free market. To me,
Justicism.
The problem inherent in any system is that it's going to be run by people who are flawed and corruptible. So that's what leads me to believe we're doomed.
Is that humans is flawed and corruptible?
Yeah. Regardless of the system.
What about our amazing brains? I agree with that. What about our amazing brains that create things like the internet, which we still don't understand? And that's the other thing about this counterpoint is, so the same guy that created the experiment, but there's two of him. They both start going back and forth to see how the other world is, and it's like it's basically the same world. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And then one day they go, I got an idea. You take this tape that we know our daughter loves, and I won't, and we'll see what happens. That'll be our experiment. One tape. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
The unintended consequences is what always bites us in the ass.
Yeah.
As humans.
As humans.
Because it is an unintended consequence of having that tape that she loves so very much that made her take her headphones off in one world to hear. But in the other world, she didn't have her headphones on and she rushed right in to help save and calm things down. But in the other world where she took her headphones off late, trouble. So right away, the same guy, one lives in a world that is completely depressing and one lives in a world that is completely optimistic and hopeful about discovering a whole other planet. It is remarkable. It's a mind melt. Those are the kind of shows I like.
All right.
Ones that melt your mind because they are so unbelievably creative and or the premise is simple yet intensely impactful. I'm going to send you all my horrible dating stories so you guys can use those as a topic of conversation on an episode. Sounds good.
Yeah. Or you join us as a guest and tell us stories about them. I hate to do this, buddy. What was that Google CEO?
Eric Schmidt?
Yeah. The internet is the first thing that humanity has built that humanity doesn't understand. The largest experiment in anarchy that we have ever had. Yes. That's why he's CEO of Google. I mean, that kind of insight.
That's what you're saying right now about him is the same thing I've been saying about Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
He's been in it. He's been doing nothing but thinking about the way that he is live and that he got famous off of just putting a video out there. And now he lives off of money where he just got nothing to do but sit around and think about comedy and the impact of the internet.
I mean, same thing with Kim Kardashian. She got famous because she put that video out there.
I think it was stolen and leaked.
Well, was it though? I don't know. Knowing what we know now, was it stolen and leaked? I don't know.
That's a very good point. There's a Netflix show about the most hated guy on the internet, where apparently a guy that put all of those type of things out. How old are you? Also, how old was your girlfriend? Has she recovered? How old are you, Sean?
I am.
He's 57.
50. I am 4 years younger than Robert Downey Jr.
53.
And my girlfriend Andy has recovered.
She has recovered. He got sick.
She got me sick, and then she recovered, and then I recovered. So.
And do you have any room at your beach house? Did you make room?
You know, it's actually one of the things that we've discovered is that it's one of the smaller places that both of us have lived, but it's big enough for us.
I think we should have an annual viewers meet up. And we could really just use the beach,
beach.
The shower, bring you to in your place, and
beach would be good for you.
Thank you.
The beach is great.
It clean?
I love it.
It's clean beach.
We were just talking last night about just how we just love it here.
You gonna get a dog so the dog can run along the beach?
I mean, it's tough because we go back and forth between Detroit and here.
And you don't think that a dog understands moving?
I mean, a dog also, but the dog would have to fly all the time. So it would have to be a small dog. I don't know. I want a dog, but also I can't bring myself to pick up something else's poop. I think you and I have talked about this before, Dustin, and as much as I have this deep desire to have a dog,
you just don't want to pick up.
I don't want to pick up something else's poop. Or what was that Jack Black movie where they had that spray that you could spray on the poop?
Yeah, Poopy Gone.
The Poopy Gone.
Poopy Gone.
Now, if they had something like that, I'd be all over
it. Google had made a synthetic human. We have learned nothing from Dr. Frankenfurter. It's true. We've learned nothing since Jurassic Park. Just because they can make it, should they make it?
I want to thank Crystal for their sympathy of our small beach house. Really seems to get how challenging it can be to a relationship and to one's self-esteem.
Oh, no. To be fair, for the first 2 weeks, you guys have had COVID since you lived there. And that could be difficult in a relationship as well.
Good point. Love me some Bo.
All I can tell you is this new Bo, the newest, latest Bo, is so smart. Hi, Crystal. Is so smart that a podcast named Dissect had to do not 7, but 9 episodes to dissect a 1-hour show. That's how smart and intelligent and layer cake that Inside is. So smart.
It's pretty amazing, to be sure.
He even does a countdown. Halfway through is his birthday, and right when it counts down like the last minute to the middle of the show, and in the middle of a movie or a show is supposed to have a moment when the character has a change, and that change is being, I guess I'm turning 30. So it goes from 29 to 30, which is this big change in his mind and his inside.
I mean, even as much as you hyped it, for as long as you hyped it,
still hyping it. A year later, I'm still hyping.
When I finally got around to watching it, I still enjoyed it. So I think that's a testament to how, because you set my expectations very, very high.
Very high, very high.
And it met, if not exceeded them.
Yeah, because there's these layers that you can tell, but you don't know for sure what. And apparently there was other scenes, because Inside the Outtakes just came out this summer, early this summer, and in it are songs where he's talking to his girlfriend and he's interacting as both characters, but those got cut out because he didn't want any other character that wasn't him inside. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. I would agree with that. He's definitely, I mean, yes.
What is post-nihilism?
Well, if nihilism is like we're in a post-truth or a
post-joke world.
That's it. Because Bo talks about the dangers of jokes.
Right.
Because basically, Jon Stewart doing jokes, and then at the press dinner, Obama's last press dinner, Seth Meyers does a joke to Trump going, "Oh, I dare you," or whatever. And Trump's in the audience and he's pissed. And he goes, okay. And it's all history by now. But
so apparently
all those jokes led to this other thing being a non-joke and happening. All that joking around. And at a certain point, jokes become dangerous. And nihilism is the belief that nothing matters. But in a world where you have the world at your fingertips 24/7 in a roundhouse kick of what would you call it? Entertainment? I mean, constant content and constant. I mean, even that one bit he does where, can anyone shut up? Can anyone just shut up about any one thing at any moment? Can any one person just shut up? And the irony is, of course, he's sitting there talking about something. And it's just so many layers of that kind of stuff. But he even says, I went to upload my brain and likeness to the internet, and inhabit the dark web like a gatekeeper. Oh, God. I'll give myself a thinner avatar, and my curated house will be on the beach. Nice. You can see how happy that's made Sean.
Go on.
Boyfriend says Sean reminds him of Norm Macdonald. Oh, that's sweet.
That is sweet,
Norm,
actually.
You're like a dead person.
It's quite a compliment, though.
That is.
Because I'm a huge fan of the now deceased Norm Macdonald. I was a longtime fan of the now deceased Norm Macdonald. That's what it was. So, from just what I'm seeing here, really interesting, really quick, is about this philosophy of post-nihilist pragmatics, is that philosophy being that all supposedly meaningful human activities are equal to one another insofar as that they are all ways of coping with being alive. It's pretty interesting.
Made famous by that guy.
Well said.
That philosophy guy.
Post-nihilism is like post-grape nuts, but less depressing. Did you see that?
I did. I had it up forever.
Oh.
Jeez, Dustin. Yeah, sorry.
Jeez, Dustin.
Truth's out there. I hate great nuts, and that's all I can concentrate on right now.
Justin, you're goddamn Einstein. I also do not care for grape nuts. There was
is it the nut? Is it too nutty or is it too grape?
Well, there's some comedian. I'm trying to remember the comedian who was like, I think it might have been Jerry Seinfeld even. It's like grape nuts cereal, no grapes, no nuts. What gives?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's.
So you're saying I'm on Jerry Seinfeld level.
I'm saying you're on
right
Jerry Seinfeld level, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. I agree.
Jeez,
man, I didn't have much for today. I didn't have anything for today, and if anything, I got stuck a couple times. My head's been real weird. I slept for over 24 hours. Just woke up. Yeah, you didn't even hear that at the beginning of the show.
Was that when I couldn't hear you?
No, it was during the show. That must be the COVID fog brain you're having. Even though it seems like I have it.
The combined old stoner and COVID fog brain, which is lethal. It's a combination.
Some of the magnifique.
But if
cover our mouth, or if we're gonna cough, you didn't. You contained, but
okay.
You got me also going. Hey everyone, this is everyone's favorite part of the show. This is Roses and Thorns. What? Hi, welcome to Roses and Thorns. This is the part of the show where we sit back and do a best of what just happened and give ourselves either a rose for being pretty much amazing, or a thorn for, not being the most amazing at the time and could possibly get better in possible future shows that aren't as horrible.
All right.
Rose.
I've got a rose and a thorn for COVID-19 for, well, the thorn for taking my virginity, but the rose for being so gentle. Being very gentle and very loving and allowing me the opportunity to rediscover the MCU.
I'd like to give a rose to our wonderful viewers and collaborators of commentaries.
I mean, obviously them. I mean,
I'd like to give a thorn to your guys' COVIDs. But rose for you both surviving.
Yes, a rose for us surviving. Roses and thorns. Roses
Googling
and
grape
thorns.
Nuts. Thank you.
Googling grape nuts. Don't do it.
Roses and thorns.
Wow, that's a great font, huh? Look at that font.
Wish I could do something like that ever in my life.
Those look like letters from Thor's world.
Oh boy, he's gone too deep. He's gone in.
Hey, I got a rose for Mark Ruffalo and his interpretation of the Hulk, making him more peaceful.
Smart. He's a smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk. Hulk smart.
Hulk smart now.
Hulk smash with smart.
Hulk kill you with numbers.
But a thorn to Universal, right, for not wanting to make money off of a Mark Ruffalo Thor movie.
They did though. They did a Hulk. They did Planet Hulk, where Thor goes and picks up Hulk, who is living on a battle planet, where he's just beating everybody up.
I'm not familiar with that one, so it doesn't exist.
You haven't watched all the Thors, have you?
No. I've watched one Thor. I've watched one Thor.
Thor's one of the main connectors that connects the universe.
I've only watched
because he brings in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He goes and picks up Hulk.
I had zero interest in any of the Thors, but then I saw, the character started to grow on me from the Avengers, and so I was like, you know what? Let's give this Thor guy a chance, and it was pretty not bad.
Roses and dead roses, roses and dead roses,
roses and dead roses,
roses. To no technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Rose to no technical difficulties. Right? Oh,
nailed it.
I thought it was a joke, but it was a real one.
And then even...
Go ahead.
The technical addition of the flowers. Rose to the flowers and the lovebirds.
Thorn to those days of our lives going virtuality.
Look.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. That was a bird.
It's... Holly.
B-rated scary movies are where it's at, like Cave and the one with giant spiders in the desert.
What was that previous one about the Alien versus Predators, though?
I'll tell you. Oh, maybe that's what it's in response to. I could totally get down with about 15 more Alien versus Predators, though. There we go.
Have you watched that Prey? Because that Prey is a sequel to Predator, right? Is that right?
I don't know. You tell me, bud. This is your words.
Yes, there is a show called Prey, which is a sequel to Predator. Or is a prequel. It's a prequel to Predator. Let me look that up for sure.
Look what we got. Rose for remembering the day and the time. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I made it.
Prey
wasn't early.
Prey is a movie that is a prequel to the Predator franchise.
It's a prequel. And what is it? Who's in it?
Oh, I don't know.
When did it come out?
This year.
And it's called Prey.
And it's called Prey.
And it's a prequel.
And it's a prequel. So it's a fifth in the Predator universe series.
But first in storytelling.
But it's the first in order. Apparently this Amber Midthunder, isn't it?
That's not a real name.
Hey, she's Native American. She's got Native American roots. So easy with the mocking of the name.
Hey, look, I can only make fun for I am one.
Nailed that, buddy.
Thank you.
Wait, go back to that one. Alien versus Predator versus Kramer versus Kramer. And one of the Kramers is Cosmo Kramer, probably.
I assumed.
What was Anna's B-rated scary movies? So the follow-up to that.
Rosie Shawn and his beach house.
Thank you. Yeah. And a roast to Crystal for acknowledging the rose-worthiness of our beach house. B-rated scary movies are where it's at. Like Cave. That was a pretty good one. And the one with the giant spiders in the desert.
Is that a Harry Potter?
Arachnophobia?
I don't think so. Is that a...
Spiders.
Thorn to sand in the carpets. You get sand in your carpet there, Sean?
Uh, uh actually, no, because we're close enough to get to the beach, but we're far enough for the sand to come off of our shoes before we get back to the house.
But so you don't get any on the carpet.
So we don't get any, actually. No.
I'm talking about your crotch area.
Eight-legged freaks. That's, I think, what we might be talking about. Eight-legged freaks. Is that
He
right?
has wood floor.
We do have wood floor. We've got marble in the foyer, but the rest of the house is wood. So good point. Ideal, honestly.
It is.
It is.
Be far enough away that you gotta walk it off.
Have you been there, Crystal?
From what I've learned, just because they say California does not mean they've been anywhere, because California is real big. It's real long.
I got a rose for Kurt Brinker for picking up the Micula slack today.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Because Sean and Crystal, Sean always needs haircut, and Crystal always gives haircut, but they live 6 hours away.
6 hours from what I understand.
And I guess that's a long way to drive.
For a haircut.
Oh, shit. You have a foyer?
A very, very small foyer.
That's a one. That's a one. Sorry I couldn't go. Sean, I didn't get the quote-unquote invite.
Well, we've been there for only a short time.
And they've had COVID the whole time.
And we've had COVID for like 75% of the time.
Corn for no invite. Oh no, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in the comments all of a sudden.
Thorn for no invite. Humble foyer. You better send her that invite. It's gonna get ugly.
It's funny stuff. You better send that invite. He will. It's an open invite from here on out for anybody, as far as I'm concerned.
I would like to add 11 more roses to make it a full dozen to offer to our audience and their comments, because they are crackerjack today. They're crackerjack.
Oh, and we all know he loves that word. That means a good thing in his world.
It is a good thing. Back from an era when crackerjacks were crackerjack.
Is it weird that I'm depressed enough to take a chance? No. What? No. I don't even know what it is, the chance that you'd be taking. But I would go and visit, Sean. I would. If that's a chance, yes. It's not desperate. I think it's fun and inviting and exciting and new. And you'd be offering him a free haircut, I assume. And he can't turn away free. Look at him.
It's hard to turn away.
He's got a sugar mama. He can't turn down free. I'm sorry. I love it. I love it too much. And it's getting hot in here, and I'm piling on the wood now.
Piling on the wood?
Well, now you got to make it dirty.
Says Dustin from Not at His House.
I feel like my heart is already there.
Mm-hmm. I think all of our hearts should go to the beach. All of our hearts should live at the beach.
If I were, says Dustin from his Not at His House. I would totally. Crystal, that's a vacation you could get me to go on right there. To visit Sean, that's a vacation you could. I felt bad because the last Roses and Thorns I put out, I was, doing quick edits early in the morning. And I think I edited out the part where I was just joking, because I was like, Thorn to Crystal for forcing people to go on vacation. And then there was no follow-up after that. It was like, oh, well, we're done now. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I erased that. That was an accidental edits. And then I'm like, it's funny. She gets jokes. She knows I love her.
Dustin!
Give him a haircut.
Give him a haircut.
Thorn for the wood. I mean, all I was doing was trying to do the piling on is probably something I add to my preferences. Oh my. Yeah, hey. I don't know how to react to that. If it looks like I'm trying for something, I got nothing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't
Yeah, I
believe that would be a vacation I could get you to go on.
Crystals.
I think Crystal has come to an important realization.
Crystals. What is that realization?
DUSTiN does not embrace vacations.
Oh, the cold embrace. I heard a right beside me whisper, I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I heard a right beside me whispering, I'm right here.
That could be a poltergeist.
Except I don't believe in them. One of these days, you'll end at 6 p.m. sharp. Sharp like a thorn for not ending at 6 p.m. You're right. I've also got to go. And Kurt usually has to go to work. It's because it was so delayed and the typos lost because I'll go with you, Crystal. I will too. Also, I have a beach pretty close, honestly. You can come here. Oh,
That's nice. See? Islanders coming together.
On beaches across the world, a voice. I heard a voice right beside me whispering, I'm right here. It's only past 3. Kurt, so we've got time, says the person out in LA time.
Pacific time.
A voice. Kurt, you got me dead up in here. I've seen it, so I'm pretty much sure that yes, there is one. Wild. New business idea. Coastal barber. Hop aboard the clipper ship.
Well.
Guess who's arrived?
Who gets in just under the wire?
Someone left named Kurt Crinkler. Someone arrives named Mark Mikuler. Little weird.
Yeah, you just missed
sus.
him.
It's what me and the kids call sus.
It's sus.
And yes, Crystal will be captain of the good ship, Clipper ship. I saw that Whitney. You know Whitney Cummings, comedian.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
She was on that Joe Rogan show, and she was talking about how disgusting. Who sang that Good Ship Lollipop?
Shirley Temple.
Yes, how disgusting those movies are. And I was like, come on, is this just some woke? And it's like, no, it is disgusting. It's all men and a baby girl. They pop a balloon over her head and she goes, ah! And they're like, they're scaring a child. It's like when you watch those old clips, there's one of them in a I can't even say it because it's two opposite poles and a pole thing and a dancing thing. And it's like one boy gives her a sucker and she gives him a kiss. And then another boy gives her the same sucker that he stole out of her hand or whatever. And then she gives him, it's like, oh, just give her. And it's just like, oh, this is a mess.
Yeah.
This is not what I've ever remembered of it. But it is nasty.
Yeah. A lot of creepy stuff back then. Like a lot of those 50s rock and roll songs about guys wanting to hook up with teenage girls. It's like
not even that. There's another one that oh God, what is it? But it's like he says something about, and she's 16 and she looking at with those eyes, and that's in the 80s.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
I don't know if it was Jesse's
only
Girls.
16.
Yes, that's it. Din, 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 din. Din, 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 din,
Leave
din,
her alone.
They say. He could have said 18. He could have said 19 and still been gross, but it still wouldn't have been under. It would have been illegal.
You're right.
It still would have been gross. She's just 18 years old. Like, it'd be like, okay, bud, whoa. 16? Yeah, you better believe they're saying stay away from her. What are you looking at her for? Were you singing a song about her?
Yeah.
Get me worked up. Melt me down all of a sudden. Men are disgusting. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
I've heard about how Dustin listens to Joe Rogan all the time and then agrees with everything he says.
Go on.
I don't know what website you're listening to, Kurt Crinklers. My boyfriend played the sound in my bathroom speaker. I'm going to kill him.
Well, hey.
Don't kill him dead.
I mean, this is the guy that thinks that I remind him of Norm Macdonald, so he can't be that bad.
Yeah, we want to, we don't want to kill off any Sean fans.
No, not by a long shot.
He needs every fan he can get.
Because
Sweet Caroline is about a... Is that true?
I don't know.
I can't even say it out loud.
I don't know.
Meltdown Island is erupting. Yes, it is.
What is Sweet Caroline about?
Bob.
Diamond was inspired to write the song after seeing the picture of 9-year-old Caroline Kennedy in a magazine while staying in Memphis. He was touched by the innocence of the image and felt there was a song somewhere within the picture. Interesting.
I can't think of any of the words of it, and I don't want to.
That's
Look at
nice.
that. You have
Thank
other
you.
fans.
I'm an Anna fan.
Aw.
Brr.
Well,
And Tiffany's boyfriend.
you're a fan of Tiffany's boyfriend that you don't even know his name?
I mean, anyone who thinks that I remind him of Norm Macdonald can't be that bad.
Well, here's a question. Have you thought about asking his name? Like, hey, what's your boyfriend's name so I can put it on my fantasy wall of my fantasy flames that I love? Have you ever said those words?
I have not.
I haven't. I clearly haven't either.
Clearly.
Do a Norm Macdonald joke, Sean. I dare you.
I don't actually.
O.J. Simpson.
I can't really think of it. And now that he's gone, I mean, I guess maybe I could get away with it. You get a rose.
All I know is he was hilarious on SNL when he would do the weekend update.
The weekend
He would go,
updates, those were hilarious.
we kept going, because O.J. Simpson, he killed her. It was just a matter of fact, the way he said it, and he would not let it go, and that's what ultimately got him fired, I think.
Probably.
You get a rose. You get a rose.
You get a rose.
And you get a rose.
This whole damn courtroom gets roses. His name is
Dylan.
All right.
Unironically. Because that's my friend's name. Scott Dillon.
Well, tell Dylan that I appreciate his input.
Everybody get a rose.
Everybody get a rose.
Because it's Dylan, Dillon. That's important. Because a lot of people put an I between that L and that O, and it's Dillon.
Okay. Everybody gets a rose.
You get a rose. You get a rose. You get a rose. Everybody get a rose.
And to go back to crystals, though, I don't want you to be right either. Then let's all be wrong.
Well, clearly I'm wrong because I have you on every week. I'm a big Sean promoter.
Yes, you are, buddy. He is. Even behind the scenes.
He doesn't have to.
He's always
He
sending
might be
me
a little
ideas
nervous.
of how to promote myself better.
I am.
I know he is. I wanted everyone in the Meltdown Island extended universe to know about it.
Oh, okay.
The
It is
MEU.
extended. I mean, some would argue that 313 is in the extended universe.
Yes.
Your movie.
Yes, it is.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Well,
Shoot.
Crystal is always quality over quantity.
I mean, quality is way better than quantity anyway.
Well, depends.
I guess it depends. That's fair.
Air. I'm going to always want air.
If it's bad
want
quality,
quality air.
though, the quantity doesn't matter.
But I definitely want abundance of it.
Okay.
If I was in space, I wouldn't care. I would be like, oh, give me no dirty air. Well, give me air.
I need more dirty air.
I think this drink has kiwi in it. It's called jungle juice. Well, it sounds racist. I'd stop you. Stop drinking it instantly.
But kiwis are from New Zealand, right? And I don't know if they have jungles in New Zealand.
Aren't they changing their name, New Zealand?
What? Yes,
I'll eat a lot of low quality
they
mac and cheese
are.
over high quality all day. See there? Look at that.
New Zealand, new name.
I don't know. I think maybe I'm racist for pointing out that it could be racist. That's the trick about racism is you never know if it's you. You got to always keep your eye open.
Actually, its new name is a restoration of the country's indigenous name.
Go ahead and say it.
I can't. AOTEAROA.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yes.
Is that when you pour all the alcohol in the bucket? Isn't that when you pour all the alcohol in the bucket? Oh, yeah, that is a jungle juice. You're right.
Did you hear that?
Good point. Nope.
All right.
Plus all the liquors. Yeah, that's it. See, now I'm the racist one. Acapulco?
Aotearoa. Aotearoa. Aotearoa.
I don't think that's
Aotearoa. 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 That's it.
Aotearoa.
Aotearoa.
And that's how we got to say New Zealand now is
Yes.
Aotearoa. Okay.
Jungle juice. I ate a lot of low quality mac and cheese.
I missed all of these.
I'd eat a lot of low quality mac and cheese over high quality all day. Although a good high quality mac and cheese can melt you down to your toes. What?
How's Andy feeling?
What's that? She's great.
How's Andy feeling? She didn't get a second bout of it or anything.
No second bout.
Good.
She bounced back.
Good. And yes, it is a mixed slushy. Yes.
I mean, she was because remember how last week I was taking care of her because she was sick and I was not. Then it flipped, and then I caught it, and she started feeling better, and then so she started taking care of me. It was beautiful. It was nice.
It sounds beautiful. It sounds gorgeous.
It's
a
miracle.
Well, we've said it all.
We've said it all. We've done it all. Jungle juice,
except for
slushy.
Remember, stop the insanity.
Corporations are not people.
No, even though our elected representatives hired a Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said they are people, and they have more rights than females, let alone males. Let's just call it citizens. Rice plus butter plus pub cheese plus blue cheese dressing is next level mac and cheese. Also, you can grill mac and cheese in a sandwich. So good, so delicious. My name's Kurt Krinkler, and I'm out.
Very carby, though. Very carby.
And I want Dustin to get rich on YouTube.
I want Dustin to get rich on YouTube.
He's never given up the dream. He's never given up the dream of me getting rich.
None of us have, Dustin.
Oh, that's sweet. Someone reported my comments on here.
What?
How do you know that? Who would have done that?
Who would have done that? What Islander would have done that?
Kurt. Oh, on Facebook? They reported on Facebook? That could be a Facebook algorithm.
Gross.
Just because you put what's racist about it or something?
Meta.
It's a meta bot.
Metabot.
Ultimately, let's take big government and squeeze it out of our vaginas.
Yeah.
Get it out.
And
you're going to give us an infection, government.
A roast.
It's already happened, by the way. It's already happened where we've already heard about the young lady that was molested and had to leave the state of Ohio to go get one. There's another one where the mother and the daughter was speaking on Facebook Messenger. She got her day after pill, and it got reported, and now they're both in jail. And a friend reported her seeing her take the pill, and so all of a sudden, what are they doing? Much like in the Handmaid's Tale, people are pointing fingers and starting to call each other out, and all of a sudden, we're going to be in Naziville, telling on each other. What?
Yeah.
When they incentivize that stuff, that's what it's going to be nasty. Sorry, I know we get a little political at the end, but that's just because we're melting down and we got to keep our eyes on it. Tiffany name dropped. Let's start a riot. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. No, saying about boyfriend playing sounds on speakers. Sentence after that. His name's Dylan. Norm MacDonald. Oh, I'm going to kill him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
That's wild.
Wild.
It didn't tell me who reported it. I'm telling you, I bet it was a bot.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a bot.
Because they see those words and they go,
Red
is
flag.
this going to be a Portland? Is this going to be a, are you in school?
Wow.
Well, the police and the government aren't doing their job, so they've got to get Facebook to do it. And Facebook's doing it. They're turning people in that are getting the day after pill. Get off Facebook, folks. It's time for the great goodbye.
Bot for days.
Bafo days. I am a robot. Listen to my robot sounds. Bleep, 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 bleep. Heck on you, Facebook. Dustin, I'm still watching this instead of Duolingo. Come on. Okay, love you, bye. Going back to Twitch now. Okay, love you, bye. Tiff, we're leaving. Love you, bye.